Right na na? Right na? Good evening, Philippines. Good evening, world. Today is Wednesday, January 13, 2021.
We are here to inform you the latest news in the world.
I am Lloyd Pilarta.
And I am Ira Eunice Pago.
Bringing you the hottest and the latest news for this hour.
This is MK Education Live, current affairs and updates. And for the international news, Indonesian divers search for crashed Sriwijaya airplane's second black box. Jakarta, Indonesian investigators said on Wednesday, January 13, they were hopeful of retrieving a crashed passenger's jet second black box, as they seek to explain why the plane, with the 62 people aboard, slumped into the sea minutes after takeoff. Divers just off the coast of the capital Jakarta hold that jet's flight data recorded to the surface of Tuesday, with the hunt now focused on finding is a cockpit voice recorder on a wreckage-littered seabed. The devices could supply critical clues as why Sriwijaya Air Boeing 737-500 plunged about 10,000 feet in a less than a minute before slumping into Java Sea on Saturday. The search continues today. They were hoping for a good result. Rasmus MS, head of the search and rescue agency's crash operations, told reporters. Black box data includes the speed, altitude, and direction of the plane, as well as the flight crew conversations, and helps explain nearly 90% of all crashes, according to aviation experts. So far, authorities have been unable to explain why 26-year-old plane crashed just for minutes after takeoff. The U.S. National Safety Board, NTSB, said it was sending investigators to Jakarta along with the personnel from Boeing, the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, and GE Aviation, which makes jet engines and other plane parts. The team has expertise in operations, human performance of airplane structures and systems, the NTSB tweeted.
And for the international news, 3 U.S. House Republicans declare support for impeaching Trump. President Donald Trump's iron grip on his party showed further signs of weakening on Tuesday, January 12, as at least 3 Republicans, including a member of the House leadership, said they would vote to impeach him after his supporters stormed the Capitol. Lynch Cheney, the number 3 Republican in the House of Representatives, said, quote-unquote, there has never been a greater betrayal by a President of the United States of his office oath to the Constitution, as the Democratic-led chamber moved forward on a path to remove Trump from office. Trump, quote-unquote, summoned this mob, assembled the mob, and lit the flame of this attack. On the Capitol last Wednesday, Cheney, the daughter of former Republican Vice President Dick Cheney, said in a statement, adding, quote-unquote, I will vote to impeach the president. 2 other Republicans House members, John Katko and Adam Kinzinger, said they would also vote for the historic second impeachment of the Republican president, who leaves office in just 8 days. Their announcement came as Republican leaders in the U.S. House of Representatives on Tuesday refrained from urging their members to vote against impeaching Trump, saying it was a matter of individual conscience. The House plans to vote as soon as Wednesday on an article of impeachment charging Trump with inciting insurrection unless he resigns. The Vice President Mike Pence moved to oust him under a provision in the U.S. Constitution. The House was set to vote on Tuesday on a separate non-binding resolution that would call on Pence to utilize the 25th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution to remove Trump, a procedure that has never been attempted in U.S. history. The New York Times reported that Republican Majority Leader of the U.S. Senate, Mitch McConnell, was said to be pleased about the Democratic impeachment push, suggesting Trump's party was looking to move on from him after last week's stunning attack on Congress. McConnell believes the impeachment effort will make it easier to purge Trump from the party, the Times said, making his first public appearance since last Wednesday's riot. Trump showed no contrition for remarks that made to supporters at a rally. They stormed the seat of Congress and also lambasted Democrats for pushing ahead with a drive to impeach him for unprecedented second time.
Meanwhile, the national news, Zambo PNP Narco Unit Chief who tested positive for drug uses faces drops. Manila, Philippine National Police PNP Chief Police General Bibold Senas on Wednesday ordered the restrictive custody of the Chief of Zamboanga Police Drug Enforcement Unit, who tested positive for illegal drug use. In a statement, Senas identified the police as a police major Jefferson Pulivelo, who tested positive for narcotics after a random drug test of 60 Zamboanga City Police office personnel was conducted last January 6. Senas said Pulivelo was reassigned to the regional personnel holding an accounting section of Police Regional Office 9, as he undergoes pre-charge investigation and the summer dismissal proceedings. In the same statement, the police Brigadier General Ronaldo Iligan, Western Mindanao Police Regional Director, reported to Senas that the Pellavelo was already disarmed. Iligan added that Pellavelo is also facing administrative complaints.
And for the national news, Philippine final talks with Moderna for up to 20 million vaccine doses. The Philippine government is now in the final stages of negotiations with American biotechnology company Moderna for the procurement of up to 20 million doses of its COVID-19 vaccines. Moderna's vaccines may be expected for delivery to the Philippines in mid-2021, according to the Philippine ambassador to the U.S., Jose Romualdez. Quote unquote, I am pleased to share that the following months of discussions with Moderna, the Philippines is in the final stage of negotiating for the supply of minimum of 10 million doses of mRNA 1273, the company's vaccines with the options to purchase an additional 10 million doses for delivery beginning in mid-2021, Romualdez said in a statement posted by the embassy over Twitter on Wednesday. Last December, Romualdez said Moderna and another company, Arcturus Therapeutic Holdings Incorporated, are willing to supply up to 25 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines to the Philippines in the third quarter of 2021. Quote unquote, I welcome the pledge of support of the private sector led by ICT as advised Enrique Razon in shipping and distributing the vaccine from the manufacturing facility in Spain to the Philippines at no cost to the Philippines government, Romualdez went on. National Task Force NTF against COVID-19 Chief and Vaccine SCAR Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. earlier said that the government is eyeing to secure 100 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine within the week. Galvez said that the Philippines has so far secured 30 million doses of the Covovax coronavirus vaccines, which is said is extendable to 40 million doses. The government has also secured 25 million doses from China's Sinovac, 30 million doses of vaccine from British drug maker AstraZeneca, and 25 million doses of Russia's Gamaleya or Sputnik V vaccine.
And for the local news, virus invades DOH office, infected DOH workers rise to 19. Vaccination efforts crippled. Iloilo City the last few days saw the Department of Health, DOH in Western Visayas recording more cases, coronavirus disease, 2019 or COVID-19 infections in its headquarters in Mandurriao district. Almost all of our units are infected as contract tracing continues. Most of us are on home quarantine or have to work from home, said Dr. Mary Jane Manico, head of agency's infection disease cluster. From 12 last week, the total number of infected DOH employees rose to 19. Some of the agency's vaccination programs, according to Manico, were suspended since most of the infected personnel belong to technical units. 2 of the new confirmed COVID-19 cases were detected yesterday. 2 others were recorded on January 10 and the 3 cases on January 11. Most of these cases experienced symptoms. 3 of them were admitted in a hospital, while the rest were either on home or facility quarantine. According to Wanico, also the designated spokesperson of DOH-6. While not providing a breakdown, Wanico disclosed that some infected employees were the residents of the city and the others were from Iloilo towns of Alimudian, Pavia, Santa Barbara, and Oton. DOH contract tracing where teams track at least 170 first and second generation close contacts. So far, 55 of whom tested negative for the viral illness. She added that only a portion of the regional office is functioning for unaffected employees because of this department or development. A series of disinfection at the regional office building was also undertaken. The first batch of infected workers included 10 employees from DOH 6 Regional Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit or RESU. They were in charge of handling the coordination and other gathering for COVID-19 cases in areas comprising the Western Visayas region.
And for the local news, Iloilo City bridges glow in LED lights. There is so much to look forward to in the southern city even at night. Some bridges running through the Iloilo River have been installed with light-emitting diode or LED tube lights that glow at night. The installation of wirings and cables and the fabrication of LED lights on the Iloilo Bridge, also known as Diversion Bridge in Mandurriao District and Halandona Bridge in La Paz, were undertaken by the City Government's Task Force Voltaje and the City Engineer's Office or CEO. According to the CEO, the project was just among the many visions of Mayor Jerry Treñas for Iloilo City. Quote unquote, "We use aesthetics as a simple way to help relieve the Ilonggos of anxiety and stress due to the ongoing pandemic," the CEO said. Last year, Iloilo Bridge underwent a colorful transformation. Members of Hobon Ilonggo and Araut Visual Artists Collective of the Mangas painted its railings with bright colors. According to Treñas, he was inspired with a colorful Altaf Bridge in Singapore, which was a work of Filipino artist Pasita Abad. The first mural project of the city government was in Barangay Sambag, Haro District. It was followed by mural projects on the corner of Soli Street and Nueva Luni in the city proper, and the series of walls stretching in front of the Iloilo City Community College in San Pedro Street in Molo District. The murals not only showcase key attractions in Iloilo City, but also pay tribute to the rich culture of the city.
And for the sports news, PBA Miracle Rewards would not done with contract extension. Manila, Philippines, one of the PBA elder statesmen, Reynen Hugnatan, will continue to be the key contributor of Miracle at least for another year. As per the PBA website, Hugnatan, 42, has agreed to contract extension with the Bolts. The extension comes after another stellar showing by Hugnatan in last season's Philippine Cup bubble. It's a fitting reward to his contribution, especially after that he did in a recent bubble tournament, said Miracle team manager Paulo Trillo. We're excited to have him back. The savvy forward averaged 12 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists in his 17th season in the league, helping the Bolts reach the semifinals. Hugnatan has also been nominated for the Most Improved Player Award, which if he ends up winning, will make him the oldest to do so in the PBA. Miracle also extended services of two more big men, Noy Baclao, and Jammer Hamito. Baclao hasn't played in more than a year due to ruptured patellar tendon.
And for the sports news, Bolts blocking the running for Once in a Career Award. Winning the 2020 Philippine Basketball Association or the PBA Season's Top Rookie Honors has crossed Aaron's Black's mind, quote unquote. We talked about it in a little bit. Daniel Concord told the Inquirer last Friday, "I would be playing to you if I tell you me and my family don't want me winning the award," quote unquote. Everyone wants to win that award because first of all, you're only one rookie once. It's something you can get one time. Black emerged as the top contenders for the 45th season Outstanding Rookie, although the league is handing out in lieu of the traditional Rookie of the Year award after having played just one conference in its bubble instead of the usual three. The 23-year-old guard turns heads the first year for Meralco during the All-Filipino Conference at Park Freeport. Black chalk up averages of 6.1 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 1.7 steals, and provided depth of both sides that knocked off then defending champion San Miguel Beer during the quarterfinals and pushed eventual winner Barangay Ginebra to 5 games in the Final Four. There are those who will say that Black in fact is the front runner for the rookie plum after finishing second in the statistical points race 17.3 behind Roosevelt Adams. Terafirma versatile forward 20.3. Adams and the DY Jeep, however, crashed out of the elimination round. Quote unquote, winning really didn't cross my mind until we beat San Miguel. People then began telling me I'm running. I am in the running, Black said. But before that, I had no idea. I wish I just have their helping out my team win games, which has been my mentality no matter what. If the awards come, then that would be great, added Black, who showed really poised for a rookie throughout the PBA's bubble tournament. It's all the games I played going into the draw, from the PBA D-League to the MPBL, Mahardika Filipinas Basketball League with Mighty Sports, Black said. All of those things prepared for me for the PBA. Black is joined by Barangay Ginebra's Arvin Tolentino, Alaska's Barkley Ibonia, and Magnolia's Aris Junicio in the pool of candidates.
And for the health news, informed consent needed to get inoculated against COVID-19 DOH. Manila, while prioritizing frontline workers, the elderly and indigents with the limited doses of coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 vaccine initially coming to the country starting next month. An informed consent would be needed to get inoculated against the deadly virus, a health official said Tuesday. Virgery was responding to a question in an individual is allowed to refuse getting shots of COVID-19 vaccine. She explained that individuals will be informed about the type of vaccine, including its benefits and side effects, before they sign a consent from the COVID-19 vaccination. Choosing not to be inoculated with COVID-19, whatever the reason, does not disqualify a person from being vaccinated in the future, she added. She emphasized that any kind of vaccine entering the country is scrutinized by the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, to ensure its efficacy and safety for public use. On Monday, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said the first 50,000 of the 25 million doses of China's Sinovac vaccine will arrive in February, aside from 15,000 doses to be used for clinical trials in the country. Meanwhile, the delivery of 30 million doses of Covax vaccine from India will begin in the third quarter of the year. The health workers, senior citizens, and indigent people or population constitute the sectors to be prioritized in the development of the COVID-19 vaccines.
And for the health news, CDC to require all air travelers to US to show a negative coronavirus test. The US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said Tuesday it will require a negative COVID-19 test from all air passengers entering the United States, a move it says may help slow the spread of the coronavirus. Air passengers will be required to get a viral test within 3 days before their flight to the United States departs, and to provide written documentation of their lab results or documentation of having recorded from COVID-19, the agency said in a statement to CNN. A CDC Director, Dr. Robert Roadfield, is expected to sign the order on Tuesday, and it will go into effect on January 26, quote-unquote. Variants of the SARS-CoV-2 virus continue to emerge in countries around the world, and there is evidence of increased transmissibility of some of these variants, the CDC said in a statement. With the US already in surge status, the testing requirement for air passengers will help show the spread of the virus as we work to vaccinate the American Republic. If a passenger does not provide documentation of a negative test or recovery, or chooses not to take the test, the airline must not allow the passenger to board, the CDC said. Quote-unquote, testing does not eliminate all risks, but when combined with a period of staying at home and every day, precautions like wearing masks and social distancing, it can travel safer, healthier, and more responsible by reducing spread on planes, in airports, and at destinations, Redfield said in a statement.
And for the entertainment news, Liza Soberano and Ricky Hill enjoy surf and sand in Siargao. The year 2021 is off to an enjoyable start for celebrity couple Liza Soberano and Enrique Hill, who have made a recent trip to Siargao. The actors, together with their respective families, hit the beach as Soberano celebrated her 23rd birthday on January 4. Hill could not resist dedicating a cheesy post to his girlfriend on her special day. We may be in an island for a way, but my paradise is always with you. The two were welcomed with a budol fight feast. Their love team named Liskin creatively spilled out with food. The couple have been taking in the sights of the island from swings on the shore to a rainbow over the sea. Besides enjoying surfing, Hill had precious moments with Soberano getting hit by the waves. The couple, who stated an on-screen partners, have been in a relationship since 2014. They have starred in a series Forevermore and Dulce Amore, while their movies include My Ex and Wise and Alone Together.
And for the entertainment news, Aramina now engaged to PITC USEC Dave Almarines. Has Aramina found the one? Many of her fans are hoping so. Her boyfriend, Philippine International Trading Corporation or PITC Undersecretary Dave Almarines, proposed to her recently, quote-unquote, "Today I have received the most perfect gift from God, a prayer I have always been sincerely trusting Him to bring into my life," said Ara as she announced their engagements on social media. She went on to thank the provincial board member of Laguna for being her answered prayer. "Thank you for not giving up on me. You are the reason why we have stronger days together. God led us to each other for a greater purpose," she added, quote-unquote, "Let us both live it with faith and love. Yes, I will marry you."
And for the trivia, one of the most interesting and traditional Philippine dishes is balut, which is essentially a boiled, fertilized duck egg with a half-formed chick inside. It is said to be an aphrodisiac. Other unique dishes include camaro, which is filled crickets cooked in a soy sauce, vinegar, and sugar. Papaitan, which is goat or cow innards stew flavored with bile. Soap number 5, which is the soap made out of bull testicles, and azucena, or the dog meat.
And for the weather news, today, Wednesday, January 13, 2021, Philippines experienced 27 degrees Celsius. The sun rises at 6:25 a.m. this morning and sets at 5:45 p.m. At 3 a.m. today, the low pressure area was estimated at 210 kilometers south of Zamboanga City, Zamboanga del Sur, tail end of frontal system or the shear line affecting Visayas, northeast monsoon affecting Luzon. And that's the latest and the hottest news for this hour. I am Lloyd Pilata.
And I am Ira Unispa, reporting for MK Education Live.
Thank you and good evening, everyone.